We're here at Carolina ISO and getting to know more about the club figure skating team and getting to see some of the cool tricks that they have to offer. Let's hear what they have to say.
So figure skating is what it sounds like. It's, basically ice skating. And we're lucky enough at Carolina ISO in Winterville to have an ice rink that we can practice at. So ECU has its own club figure skating, and it's covered through the Olympics as well. Ever since I was young, I actually had an incident where I was invited here to a birthday party, but my parents wouldn't let me skate. They were too scared I was gonna fall and get hurt. And ever since I joined ECU, I found out that they actually had a club, so that's when I got really into it. So our club accepts all levels, so we'll take beginners to advanced, and you have the option to compete or not. And last year we actually competed and did really well, so we actually qualified for nationals. But as a club sport, we value just like teamwork and then being on the ice together and making those connections throughout college. So it's just a really fun sport to get into, and you don't have to compete if you don't want to. So I'm president this year, and I'm really excited. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's super fun, and I love watching the team grow together. We have about 10 new members this year, so I'm super excited to watch them grow and come compete with us and then see what figure skating is all about. So my favorite part would probably be competing. I love going to competitions and seeing the other schools come out, and it's just a really welcoming environment. So just being able to reach other skaters from all over the nation is really a great experience. Our region is among the East Coast, and we have competitions set for next semester, and they'll be at Mercyhurst University in Pennsylvania and then Delaware University. Some goals that I have would probably to be raising awareness. A lot of people don't know that we have a club, and a lot of people don't even know we have an ice rink in Greenville, which I think is kind of funny. So yeah, I think raising awareness of our club and then also fundraising a lot this year to be able to compete for next semester.
We're here at CrossFit Tier 1 getting to know the ECU Club weightlifting team and learn a little bit more about their recent accomplishments. Let's hear what they have to say.
So my name is Reed. I'm currently a senior at ECU. I'm the co-president for club weightlifting. I've been here for about a year. I recently just started as co-president this past fall semester. And at ECU, I'm also majoring in business management, currently interning with SECU and also a personal trainer.
My name is Justin. I'm a co-president here at the club weightlifting for ECU. I'm a senior at ECU as well, and I'm in psychology.
So it's always been a huge passion of mine since I was 15. My dad really got me into the gym. So I started more so with bodybuilding, and then slowly kind of transitioned into more sports. So I was starting to look for more strength-specific sports. And so junior year, I really wanted a club that fit more of my niche. So I just started to search for clubs that involved weights and also had a good community around it. That's when I found this club. So I started junior year, found out I loved it. So now I'm still in it, sticking with it.
When I was looking to join a club sport at ECU, I wanted something physical and something fun. I have a military background, so I really wanted something that was challenging and not easy. At first I thought this was just a weightlifting club where you came into the gym and did bench press and deadlift, and that was really cool. But when I got here, I realized we don't do that. We do the snatch and the clean and jerk, and that was a whole new lift for me, a whole new world, and that's why I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so for a national championship or NUQ, to be able to get there, you have to qualify. So we have qualifying totals for each weight class. So it's different for men and women. So there's a list for a NUQ. It's for university athletes. So we have people who are up until I believe, who are in college until they're 25 years old, who can go and compete at NUQ. And to qualify, you have to have at least one local meet. So that could be a meet within North Carolina, or just any kind of casual meet that you sign up for. So you have to compete in one of those, and then you also have to qualify. So you have to hit your qualifying total. So that's both your both lifts. So we do a snatch and clean and jerk. So they would combine both the totals of that, and if that total match the qualifying total, and if that was within your weight class, then you would qualify and you would go to like a national championship. And it was really cool. So I think last year we had about 5 of our members qualify to go to the national championships. It was hosted at the Arnold Convention Center, which is in Ohio. So it's really cool. So it's like you get to travel, and the university will pay for it. I think the people associated with it, I wouldn't do it if my friends weren't in it. So I think because like I met so many great people, it just makes it more fun, and we can also kind of push each other to like go harder. And it's just like a fun time. We getting to hang out with your friends.
For me, a personal goal would be achieving just getting to nationals in general, making my totals, making my weight class, getting there. But I'd also like to see and push other members to do the same thing. We really want to create a community here where it's like if you don't know what weightlifting is, you can come in with no experience necessary. We have a great coach and we have a great team, and we can teach you things and get you confidence. You can choose to compete, you don't have to. So all in all, I just want people to come in here and be comfortable and enjoy lifting. For me, my favorite part is probably watching other members grow. One of my favorite things for competition days is coaching and helping them and just like getting them ready, getting them in their headspace that they need to be in, getting them prepared. Watching them be successful is really exciting for me. For me, my favorite thing is probably the snatch, which is a little bit harder of the 2 lifts, in my opinion, but I really enjoy it. One day we were able to just add on a couple kilos to some records, and it was a really fun lifting day for me.
So our current goal is to help strengthen more of our members. So we have a lot of new members. So we want to get them a little bit, get some more base strength involved, as well as kind of like get them situated with the sport. And our biggest goal right now is to develop more passion within the club. So like we want more of our members to like appreciate the sport and kind of like grow into it and just learn to like it. I think at the end of the day too, we just want them to have fun.
We're at the North Reg Fields getting to know the ECU Men's Club rugby team and learn a little bit more about the game. Let's hear what the players and coaches have to say.
Hey, I'm Connor Butzine, Senior President of East Carolina Men's Club Rugby. So rugby is a lot lesser known in the United States, but it's on the rise, especially college rugby. As you can see here, we're really blessed to have a lot of guys come out this year. I think this is the most our club has seen, at least in my time here. A lot of people, like I said, don't know about rugby, so we try our best to come spread the word here at our school and just across the nation as a whole and in the college community. We have such a good group of guys when we come out here and just work consistently every day. Practice attendance is huge. I think as a whole, as a unit, we like to come out here and continue to work, and we're motivated by obviously a very challenging schedule this year, but we like that challenge and competition. And just the fact that it continues to grow and become more popular really motivates us, and we put on for the Pirates. So this is going to be my 7th year playing. I actually started my sophomore year of high school. So I was actually playing football in high school, and I picked up rugby just as fitness as a lot of these guys did, and fell in love with the game. And actually when I made this transition to college, decided to stick with rugby full time and found myself in a leadership role. So a lot of it is being a liaison between the club and the university, making sure that we're following all the policies and guidelines, always showing the school in a good light. And then the other side comes the game part of it. So, making sure that we're recruiting properly, bringing out enough numbers. I can't emphasize enough how big that is. My freshman year we came in, we were a lot smaller, and, I made it a big point to try to grow our club as much as possible. As you can see here, we have over 40 guys rostered and out at practice today, just learning the game. More of the sports side of it is teaching the game to new guys, making sure that they understand the rules, they can perform their best out on the field. We have a full developmental side as well that also gets to play against other schools. So after we do our we have A-side and B-side game, we'll bring out everybody to the developmental side that's never played before. So every guy gets to touch the field and learn the sport.
I first started playing rugby in 1974 at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and we got to play ECU, and I tell you, we got a lesson from ECU back then. Then the Vice Chancellor Student Affairs is a guy named Eric Newble, and I contacted him and told him that I'd be moving down in this area, and he says, well, the rugby guys would like to talk to you. And so last year I did what we call ghost coaching, where I was the director of operations for SUNY Maritime College, and I would get their tape and then give them recommendations, and they got in the playoffs last year. So they did very well. And then this year I decided to give them all my time, and I drive the 2.5 hours one way just to be with these guys. So students are very motivated. They listen, they're eager, they're hungry, they want to learn, and they put in the effort. So how do you not want to do that? I mean, these kids are really great. Coached at Navy for 4 years, and we had winning records, came third in the nation 1 year, and won the Eastern Championship and a couple places in the Eastern Championship. Then I coached the All-Marine team for a couple of years, and then coached the under-23 combined services. So I've been around in Maritime College. I've been coaching there for about 15 years.
Now, what's your favorite part about the sport of rugby?
Winning. If you're not winning, you're not having fun. And that's what it's all about.
Great third. It was a great, we decided to dig in a little bit and, play the way we wanted to play. I mean, you're not always going to score like that, but it gives yourself a chance, and that's basically what we did in the third. I mean, second period was just tough. We just didn't have it. We were just basically giving some goals, and you can't do that in this league. But at least you give them credit for, not packing it in. It's 4-1 going in the third, not playing very well. And we decided to put a good effort up and get aboard.
We're here at the Hackney in Washington talking with the infamous Chef Jamie about the food that he has to offer and the upcoming fundraiser they have, along with the owner of the Hackney, and she speaks on the upcoming fundraiser. Let's hear what they have to say.
All right, my name is Jamie Davis. I'm executive chef of the Hackney here in Washington, North Carolina. The Hackney, we're going on our 4th year here. Beautiful little river town. We work with the best local produce, local beef, local chicken, local fishermen that we can in the area. So we kind of like to give back to the community by doing a lot of farm to table, shorter table deals. Here it's like we have freedom that other people don't. We can do what we want. We're not in Raleigh, we're not in Charlotte, we're not in Durham. We do what we want. Nobody's expects us to follow any trends because we kind of try to set the trends here. I think there, you have a million restaurants, got it. A lot of them are pretty nice, but it's like, how much uniqueness do you have? Because they're all getting the same produce, they're all getting everything. Here, we deal with local beef purveyors, local fish purveyors. Like we get stuff that they can't get. So it's a little different here for us. Yeah, so like with us, we work with local families. They go fishing, we get it the next day or sometimes that night. So that's hard to beat. That's very hard to beat. Yes, the right revival. It kind of goes hand in hand with what we do here. Local produce, trying to give back to the community, let them know where their food's coming from, and trying to get them to eat a little bit healthier and know where the product comes from. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with what we do here. What we got going on, we're just gonna be like online cooking class. You're gonna get the products that we're gonna be cooking. I'm gonna be on camera talking. Hopefully I don't mess nothing up. Hopefully y'all don't make it better than I do. And we're just gonna be rocking and rolling. It's gonna be like a tutorial how to cook and what to cook. Just knowing where your food comes from, knowing that it can be fun, knowing that we're gonna do some of the lesser cuts, and learn how to utilize everything, because a lot of local providers, everybody wants the ribeye, everybody wants the New York strip, everybody wants the filet, so we're gonna do a sirloin and show you that that is just as good, if not better. And this way, your local provider doesn't have to raise the price because they're not wasting their product.
Okay, I'm Suzanne Hackney, owner and part owner and the manager of the restaurant here in Washington, North Carolina. Basically, there's two parts to the program. The main one is to buy tickets. You get a food box, so Jamie's created a delicious dish with North Carolina sirloin from Wheat Swamp Angus and sweet potatoes and some local produce. And if you buy the tickets, this will all be sent to your house. Plus also, don't forget, the Field of Dreams is one of our best cocktails here at the Hackney. And you will get the ingredients for the Field of Dreams. Naturally, we recommend you having it with our Thousand Piers gin. So you'll get that kit for the cocktail, and you'll get all the ingredients for to make the main course dish. And then at 6:30 p.m. on that Thursday, you'll click on the link that goes to you when you buy the tickets. And whether you're looking at your iPad, your TV, or your computer, you'll see Chef Jamie in the kitchen here at the Hackney. And Chef Jamie's fantastic. His meal is delicious. Jamie will tell you about how to cook it. They'll have fun in the kitchen, fun with y'all while you're cooking. And the bartender, Nick, who's part owner here with me, will be taking you through how to make the Field of Dreams cocktail and talking to you about Thousand Piers. Just in terms of what the botanicals are in there. And so, yay, come and join us on, on November 15th at 6:30. The little second part is that we'll be having some seats for sale in the restaurant where the lucky people that buy those tickets are going to get a starter and a dessert and some wines to pair, as well as the Field of Dreams Plus. Jamie's going to be cooking for them, so they don't have to cook for themselves at home. So those will be going on sale probably the end of this week or so. So in terms of the celebration for this particular event, we'll be celebrating about the Right Revival and feeling passionate about the fact that this bus is taking farmers, local farmers, produce and meats, and going to communities that are suffering from being food deserts, not having supermarkets and not having access to this. Also teaching young people about cooking with these ingredients, which is great because it's good for all of our health. So really we'll be celebrating that on the day. The building here is 100 years old this year, and we've made it through almost our 4th year, which is a great thing through COVID and everything, and still same. You know, Jamie's been with us since even before we started, so very excited that the kitchen just keeps getting better and better and more unique. Jamie's style is really Southern eclectic.
Oh, the Hackney, if you want a unique dining experience on Eastern North Carolina, I think we have one of the best restaurants in North Carolina, period. You can travel anywhere you want, come back, try us, and let me know what you think.
I'm Courtney Layton, and today I'm at A Time for Science learning about what they have to offer. I'm Courtney Layton here with Executive Director Emily Jarvis of A Time for Science. So can you tell me about your business?
Oh, yeah. So we are a science education organization. We recently partnered with the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. That partnership has helped us bring amazing exhibits and museum space to the community here in Eastern North Carolina. But A Time for Science for years has been offering high-quality, science-based programming for people of all ages. from school field trips that come out to see us as young as preschool, kindergarten, all the way up to learners that are 99 years old wanting to learn about the stars. We have something for everyone.
Yeah. So how did you hear about the sandbox from WNCT?
Well, actually, it kind of went the other way around. We have had some folks from, I believe, geology at ECU that came out for an event a couple of years in a row, and they brought this amazing sandbox. And we saw how much it engaged the visitors and how much people loved it. I mean, there was a crowd constantly. So when WNCT came and asked, what can we help you with? How can we help the education that's happening in your space? We thought, oh my gosh, can you make us a sandbox? So that is how we learned about it. And we certainly are going to use it every day just for walk-on visitors, but we'll also use it in special programming.
So now you're very excited about it and you guys have it. So how do you think it will affect your business?
So already we've had it for less than 24 hours. It has been our most popular spot in the museum today, I will tell you. We're very excited because what it it allows people to come in and actually get their hands in the dirt. They get to use their hands to manipulate geologic formations. So they can create mountains, valleys, river deltas, and floodplains. And they can make rain by wiggling their fingers. It creates the rain, and you can watch how water flows and how it collects in these riverbeds. And it is really amazing and really teaches people in a very interactive way about rainwater runoff. But we'll also use it to teach about erosion, conservation, hydrology. There are so many things that we'll be able to use this for.
So if there's so much that you can use it for, what do you think your target audience will be for that?
So with this sandbox, it is not when you hear the word sandbox, you think kids playing in the sand. This is a very high-tech piece of equipment, and it is a learning tool. So it is not the type of sandbox that we want to bring the little kids in to dig their hands in. We have decided that we will be putting some element in that same room for the little kids, so they have something to occupy themselves and learn. But this is more for kids that, number one, can reach over and see the sand. So that might cut off 2- and 3-year-olds. But these are for learners of all ages. So we are teaching, my first grader loves to create mountains, make rain, and watch how the water flows off into the river valleys. So really learners of all ages. We've had adults. I mean, I had to get my employee that works the front desk to get back to the front desk because he was playing in the sandbox, learning about all of these things and loving it.
Yeah.
So we really are looking to educate folks of all ages, but it probably is not something that is meant for the younger children.
Right. Well, I will say I'm 22, and as soon as I found out we had it, I got a text, and all it said was sandbox. I went running, and I think I was in there for 10 minutes, because it really is interesting to look at, and I had to have it explained to me, but once it was explained, I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, ever. I mean, I just thought it was so interesting.
And one of the things that we have liked to challenge some of the folks that came in, we talk about the topography of our state of North Carolina. Yeah. So if this is the west and this is the east, can you create North Carolina? So, we had a second grader in here earlier, and he created mountains and then had the level go down lower and then lower to the coast. So it was really incredible to watch.
Yeah.
It's a really fun tool.
So besides that, what do you think your biggest attraction is in here, besides this now?
Oh my gosh, people love the pirate ship and love learning about the science behind pirates because we are in Greenville, North Carolina. But I would say the other the place people like to come and stay for a long period of time is the micro eye back in the Naturalist Center. Mm-hmm. We've got a microscope that is for anybody. It takes away that element of having to get your eye on a microscope. You do all of the focusing and zooming with your hand, and it goes up on a big screen. Wow. So it's very easy to use, and we've got lots of specimens back there for people to explore on a microscopic level. And I mean, this world around us is really awesome, but when you are able to delve down into what it looks like on a microscopic level, that's a whole new world, right?
Yeah.
So kids and adults alike love that microscope.
So what made you want to get into this? What made you want to become the executive director? Were you like a big science person when you were in school, or?
Well, you know, I was a teacher for a few years, and that with my combo of loving my community and really wanting to be a part of building a place that creates, you know, opportunities for families and people of all ages in, you know, my town was a big deal. But, you know, the Brays, the founders of this organization, when they interviewed me for this position back in 2013, I walked away and said, I've got to do this job. Yeah. I've got to do it. It was such a unique opportunity, and to be a part of something that has grown and has just turned into what it is today has been incredible.
Do you guys have any big plans or exciting plans for Earth Day since it's coming up?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked. We are having an Earth Day event at our Continia Creek location. It will include, we have a bluegrass band. It's a Wildwood String Band. They are amazing. They'll be playing out there. We have a nature playscape. We have guided trail hikes. We'll have free kayaking. There will be a couple of food trucks out there, so if you came and got hungry, you'd have a place to go. But we have all sorts of hands-on activities and stuff happening out there, and it is totally free. So we are really excited and hope that people come out.
Yeah. We're here in Lacoma at the Painted Farmer, where I will be participating in a session of goat yoga. They also offer an event space for bachelorette parties, bridal showers, and birthday parties. They will even bring the animals to your house. So let's head inside and see what goat yoga is all about. Tell me a little bit about what's going on today.
Yes, so welcome to the Painted Farmer. My name is Sarah. We specialize in agritourism activities like goat yoga, painting with goats, seasonal activities, toddler time, much more. Today we're going to be having goat yoga in our historic barn. And so, yeah, a lot of people say, well, what is goat yoga? It is yoga with goats, obviously. So we have a certified instructor that's going to be coming to guide everybody. We've been doing this program for about 2 years. So it's a very gentle beginner's yoga flow.
So me.
Yes, we say light on the yoga, heavy on the goat.
Okay.
So it's perfect for anybody. And the goats are very interactive. We've got some that are trained to jump on your back.
Oh, wow.
Some will just be walking around, hanging out with you. Some will lay down and you can pet them. So it's just a very immersive experience. And there are going to be about probably 7 goats in there.
Wow.
And we do have a new tiny baby that's just been born.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So how did you get involved in this?
So goat yoga is something that started, I believe, in 2016 in Portland, Oregon, and it's kind of taken the world by storm.
Yeah.
And so it's made its way to North Carolina, and yeah, it's something that's been popular for several years. And I said, we have a business, we have the facility to do it, we've got goats, so let's give it a try.
Have you always been interested in this kind of thing, like animals and, you know, whatever else?
Yes, definitely. So I've been wanting to get into agritourism. I've been doing this for about 5 years. I've been dreaming about it for 12 plus. This is not what I went to school for, but as soon as I acquired some land and some animals, I said I'm going to go for it. And agritourism is really important for communities, I think, because it connects the public to farms through fun, interactive services.
Yeah.
And here is Benjamin. So Benjamin is one of the stars of the show. He is one of the goats that will jump on your back. All he needs is a little bit of coaxing or a little bit of prompting. And so, yeah, Benjamin is one of our best boys, and he's a Nigerian dwarf, and he's about a year old.
He is precious.
Thank you.
What's your favorite part about doing this?
It's really about creating an experience, a memorable experience where people can just come with their friends and their family, and they'll probably never forget the day they tried goat yoga.
Yeah.
So really just bringing people together, you know, connecting the community to animals, raising awareness and education about farm animals. You know, you can use them for several different things, not just food.
Right.
It's really exciting, and I'm doing what I love, and we're just happy to offer something unique and fun to the community.
And
the goat right beside me.
Release back to the center. Stretching out, we'll fold forward again.
This year, Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Carolina Panthers, is hosting the NCHSAA State Championship press conference. And we're speaking with the head coaches on their final preparations before their big games Friday and Saturday.
It's really nice. Like I said, we made a little weekend of it. We came down here last night. One of my good buddies lives in Concord, so we stayed in Concord and enjoyed the city. And it's a nice, beautiful facility here. Beautiful time of the year, getting ready to play for another state title. So it's just exciting, and it's been a great experience. No, we actually will do business as usual. We're going to go home. We have an extra day since we're playing on a Saturday, and so we're going to do a game install today with the film study. We won't even go outside, and then we're going to do our typical Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's just we're gonna do a regular routine and study like we study and prepare like we prepare and have a great week and hopefully play a great game. It's going to be a tough matchup. It was tough back in 2017. They're a better team this year than they were then. They're going to be the best team that we're going to play. They're very, very physical, well coached. Their kids just play so hard, so then they're very explosive. We're going to have to play a great game. There's no doubt about it, but that's what it takes when you're playing for state titles. You expect, to be great competition and a team that's well coached, and we got to go out there and play our best game. Well, it's pretty easy because every team's different. I know Tarboro's been blessed to play in a lot of these state title games, but a lot of these kids, this is their senior year. This is their time, and so their goal is to be state champions, and they've worked really hard, like every team has that's getting to this point. So keeping them focused really has been pretty easy as far as the goal of trying to win a state title, because that's just what they want to go out as. Got to play the best game. I mean, there's no doubt we got to, if you want to look at the football logistics of it, can't give up the big play. They are very explosive on offense. We got to control the line of scrimmage, and we can't turn the ball over. Turnovers absolutely kill you in big games, and penalties, key penalties at certain times, because their defense is phenomenal, and if we put ourselves in first and 20s or second and long situations, it's going to make it very difficult. So, got to play the best game we can play and see what happens.
I don't know about exciting, but I'm definitely happy to be here. Of course, as a football coach, I kind of want to be home, so I go ahead and start preparing for the game. But I'm definitely blessed to be here today. Same as it's been all week. Just try to keep doing things the same way, stay in the same routine. No, our guys, we play a lot of teams at the 4A classification that have turf now. When we played a team in Virginia that had turf. So we're kind of used to just playing in that type of atmosphere. So we're just trying to make sure we keep everything regular. I mean, at this time of the season, everyone's good. So if you want to win, you just got to beat somebody. I mean, our guys have been under pressure all season because everyone kind of expected them to be where they're at now. So for our guys, we just talk about just keeping the main thing, and that's completing the goal. That's being disciplined, alignment, assignment, execution.
It's crazy. I mean, it's really exciting. I actually have kind of, looked forward to hopefully being able to take this kind of trip since I've been at Northern Nash, and for it to come true was really kind of surreal, to be honest. I think at some point I'll be able to look back and reflect and enjoy it, but right now it's just kind of, a little surreal, so it's really nice. So they're calling for some rain, so today most of my assistant coaches are back, and they're going to handle practice today because we probably won't make it back in time. We'll try, but I don't think I will. And then I think Thursday is the other day that looks good, so I think we're going to try to take advantage of the good weather Monday and Thursday. And then the other days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, if weather permits, we'll try to get outside. We've actually had to go off campus to North Carolina Wesleyan University and use their field because it's turf a time or two, so we might have to do that as well. We're going to try to make the best we can with the weather that's coming. Yeah, what's crazy about it is the fact that I may not be there to see them today, so it'll be tomorrow before I really get to address the team again, but I let them know where I was, and they've done a really good job all year of putting the last week behind them and move on to the next week, and so they're just going to have to do that again this week. And I know they're still kind of up on a high from last Friday night, and some of our community is as well, so we're just going to definitely have to address that and make sure they understand. But I think they also know that we got business ahead of us, big business. I mean, this is a huge team, and we're getting ready to play really, really good team, so they know that, and they've risen to the occasion every time, so I hope that they'll be able to put last week behind and move on to this week. If we can score on them, because they have a ridiculously good defense, but that's the obvious. But then the big thing for us, I think, is probably to just get into game mode and manage, like they were talking earlier about the butterflies, get into game mode and avoid the disaster. You know, I've seen on some film where some teams have, you know, lost the game early just by mistake. So if we can avoid that and try to just play a clean game, that was kind of a focus last week. If we do that, really just get into game mode and not beat ourselves, because, I mean, East Lincoln is a really good team. We're going to have a hard enough time with them. We don't need to have to beat ourselves too. So, you know, hopefully we can just avoid those things, mistakes and penalties, and just play our game.
It's a long trip, but it's great to be here. You know, it's always a good experience to go somewhere you've never been before. I've been to watch a football game, but haven't been inside here, so it's really nice. We're going to practice this afternoon, practice all week, and then maybe we might have an early practice one morning since we're playing at 11 o'clock. It's going to be a tough matchup for us. You know, regional spread team. We see spread in our area, but not as much as we would like, but you know, we run the wing tee on offense, so hopefully they hadn't seen much wing tee in their opponents. We got 15 seniors that have been in the program for 3 or more years, and you know, they're a selfless group that have done a good job leading our other players. They're excited, they're hungry. You know, our school's never won a state championship before, so we got a group that wants to try to do that. We got to take care of the football on offense. Can't give it an explosive plays on defense. You know, they're very explosive, and make them earn what they get. You know, bend don't break on defense, and you got to do a good job on the special teams. And offensively, we've got to control the clock.
Hello, my name is Ryan Harper, and today we're here at ECU where we're going to take a look at all the prep that goes into setting up polar bear plunge. I actually took the plunge in 2014 myself, and I still have my shirt. Let's go take a look.
So my name is Mackenzie Hudson. I am a junior here at ECU, double majoring in sports studies and marketing. I am the program manager here at Campus Recreation and Wellness for our communications and promotions office, basically the undergraduate manager of our team.
So what can you tell me about the history of polar bear plunge?
So the polar plunge started back in 1997, and it was basically the celebratory jump that staff took to celebrate the opening of the Aiken Student Recreation Center. With your job title, what can you tell me about the whole setup? Because I know it's more than just people jump into a pool. We are going to have live music out here, DJ Music, DJ High Demand. He'll be out here doing all the jumps and the music for that. We will have an organization fair as well as food. We will have trivia, card games going on. So we will also be having sumo soccer going on. Students do not need to pre-register to come and jump. All that they need to do is sign the waiver through our ECU CRW member portal. What is the hardest thing about putting together an event like this, since I know it's greatly anticipated? Many people always show up. What are you looking forward to? Definitely the hardest part is just spreading the word, making sure that everybody knows that the waiver has to be signed, and everybody knows that you know what this event is about, as well as everything else that we have to offer between the org fair, the food, and all the games that we have going on. My favorite part is definitely jumping into the pool. All of us staff do a staff jump at the end where you just get your friends, you hold hands, and you just jump straight in. Now, how cold is this water going to be? Yeah, probably upper 40s, lower 50s. Last year we did the jump right before the big snowstorm came through, so that was a little bit colder, but hopefully not this year. This event is used to celebrate the birthday of this building of Campus Rec and Wellness. We look forward to having everybody here jumping. It has become one of the biggest traditions on campus. It's definitely something that is talked about as you're touring this university, and wearing the t-shirt that you get after jumping is really a prize. Now, my last question is going to be, what do you want students to know about this event who's curious about it but a little bit scared of the temperature? The biggest advice that I would give to students who are on the fence about jumping is just to come out and do it. It's a very fun time. You are only in the water for a few seconds, and it's really not that cold.
So just come out and have fun. I tell you from my experience, you get a lot of adrenaline surrounded by all of your friends there with you. So both times that I've jumped, I've actually jumped in twice.
My name is Mackenzie Staten. I am currently a junior here at ECU. I am a graphic design major, and I am currently working as a graphic designer here at the campus recreation and wellness. When we were deciding on the theme, I was talking with my team, and we just kind of decided that, you know, we wanted to do something that really hadn't really been done before. So we ended up going with a card deck theme and designed these cards that will be given to most ECU students that jump.
What made you, because I seen the cards, they're very detailed. What was your inspiration behind it? Was it just something that was a spur of the moment thing, or was it something that you always wanted to do? You just adapted it?
Some of the big inspiration behind the cards came from actually the bicycle decks of cards. I figured that going back to the very classic style of bicycle cards would really be a good way to represent everything well, and also give a look that people would kind of maybe go like, ah, I see. I really look forward to just seeing, honestly, the reaction of people at the events. I know for sure that ECU has never given out card decks before. So I think that this is going to be something that people will really enjoy, and hopefully something that they will really want and can use on a whenever they have their friends over for games, or if they're having family game night.
Starting at 6:30 p.m., we will have the first jump with 25 students. We'll have 10 on each side, 5 on the end of the pool, and we'll count down 3, 2, 1. Students will make the first jump in, they will get out, hurry into the indoor pool where they will warm up, dry off, grab their t-shirts, and then head into the locker room so that they can change and enjoy the rest of the fun.
I'm Courtney Layton here at Dickinson Avenue After Dark, speaking with business owners and customers about tonight's event, so let's take a look.
So what's it like to be here tonight?
This is one of the best events that go on in Greenville, North Carolina. I look forward to this every single year.
So what is your top seller here at your business? Because I see you have a lot, and people have been coming up here with weird ones asking, so what's your best seller?
I can't really say that for this particular event because every year I get different beers from all the different breweries, so they're all brand new cupcakes every year. Probably the best seller would be either the Duck Rabbit Milk Stout or the Uptown Coffee Stout. Those are the only two that I do every year because I know people like those.
What are your hopes for tonight for your business?
To sell out. And whatever I make here tonight, I give 10% back to Picasso.
So what is Picasso?
Picasso is the Pitt County AIDS and HIV awareness group, that's what Dickinson After Dark is. It's one of their fundraisers.
So what's your favorite cupcake here, though?
I would have to pick one of my regular ones, the salted caramel or a lemon.
What made you want to come out here tonight?
Well, we've been kind of starving for outdoor public activities, and so any chance you get to be outside, eat and drink outside, listen to music, I mean, it's hard to resist that. Yeah.
So what makes it so fun for you to come out here? Do you like the music more? Do you like the food more? What's your favorite part about being out here?
I think it might be just being around other human beings.
Yeah.
After being, in this pandemic for 2 years, and just, and still, I still don't know how to talk to people, but it's just really nice to be in public,
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing.
So in your opinion here, what's the most fun thing to do?
Well, we did just get here, but so far we ordered food and we're gonna get drinks. We hadn't really seen what the activities are, but I'm sure we'll make our way to everything before the night's over. So.
What did you order? I have to know.
We ordered from the Burp Wagon and ordered a burger and I'm not sure what my wife ordered, but yeah, we got a burger coming. So yeah.
What do you think the vibe has been tonight so far?
I think it's been like really good. I feel like it's been a nice day, so everybody's like ready to get out from being cooped up in winter. So everybody just seems to be happy and ready to, you know, mingle.
What made you want to come out tonight?
A group of friends invited me, and again, like it's a perfect day. Finally, winter's over, and everybody can get out and not stay at home anymore.
So, what do you think the most fun thing to do is here?
Try all the different types of drinks, and like now it's going to make me want to like travel to these places in North Carolina to like go to the bar and try the beer.
Yeah. What's it like to be here tonight?
It's a really nice turnout. I mean, it's great to be amongst all the people in the community coming out enjoying everything. So,
what is your top seller here?
Tonight, so far, the Pactolus Light Lager, which is also one of our best sellers over here at the tap room. It's something everybody really likes.
What has been the crowd's reaction to your business so far?
It's a pretty good turnout. I've poured about maybe 10 or 15 beers so far, and it's pretty early in the night, so hopefully it picks up really well.
What do you think the vibe has been tonight?
Honestly, at first I thought it was going to be quiet, but it's very fun and upbeat, so yeah, we're having a good time.
What made you want to come out tonight?
I live right there, so I looked out the window and I saw the party, and here I am.
What is your favorite part about tonight?
Definitely tasting everything, all the beer and all the food at all the tents. Very fun.
Do you have a favorite beer here?
The strawberry sour beer from the Naughty Dog tent, for sure.
It's our second annual. This is actually the second time we've done this. We started this last year. It was an idea that Daryl and I put together based on some work that Christ Covenant School already does with the homeless shelter. They serve one time a month, every month, and they get the kids involved. And we were just trying to figure out a way that we could take it a step further, help them raise some money. We didn't realize that they don't get very much funding from the city, from places that you would think that they get funding from. And so we really wanted to help out with that.
Well, first thing is just contribute, come be a part. And we make this so easy to be a part. You can sponsor, businesses can sponsor, individuals can sponsor. We love it when people buy tickets and are here for either VIP or the general admission tickets. And they can also watch online, have viewer parties, tons of ways to get involved.
So last year we handed Community Crossroads a check for $4,200. We pulled that off in 21 days. And so this year we started early. Our goal was to break $6,000. Last year, our donation went to a raise for the staff of the shelter. They hadn't had a raise in over a decade, so we were really excited about that. We wanted to break that goal, bless them even more this year, and so we're hoping to break that goal. We don't know the number yet. We'll know it after tonight. We'll be able to announce it, but every single penny from what we do, ticket sales, t-shirt sales, pizza sales, live stream, every single penny goes to the shelter.
Basically, what I want everybody to remember, that this was an idea birthed from kids wanting to get involved, seeing a need, wanting to get involved, and then parents that have means to say, hey, listen, I think I've got an idea how I can help. And then through that, community just jumps in. But this all started with kids just wanting to give back, and that's how it was born.
My name is Tavandia Burdette, and I serve as the Director of Nursing here at Pitt Community College.
My name is Clarissa Giamona, and I'm a PCC nursing student.
We have a wonderful nursing program. We've got faculty who are tough, but they are very, very caring, and they are the biggest fans of our students. We want our students to succeed. We want our students to be the best possible nurse that they can be, and so we combine nurturing, but there's also times when we have to be tough, and that's not just us. That would be in any program, because nursing is hard. You have people's lives in your hands, but it's such a rewarding experience, and it's such a rewarding career that we are just happy to have people that come to us because we want to help them be the best that they can be.
Now, what can you tell me about your day-to-day here?
It's very hectic. You have to be very disciplined. I drive down from Swansboro every day. And then we go to lecture, which usually is half a day, or depending if it's the whole day. And then sometimes it's a combination of lecture and lab, or SIMS, which is the simulation hospital. And other times it's clinicals in the actual hospital. And it usually takes between 12 hours to 14.
So you have to have biology. If you're in the community college system, it's Bio 168, Bio 169. You have to have English 111. We have all of this information is on our website. We have a wealth of information on our website at pittcc.edu. And if you go to academic programs, and if you go to health sciences and associate degree nursing, there's tons of information that tells you about what you need to do. You also have to take a TEAS test. It's a test for essential skills, academic skills. That just gives us an idea of where you are in your preparation because, of course, biology is key, math is key, and just reading comprehension. So those are some of the prerequisites that you would have to take.
It is one of the best nursing programs. They are very strict for a reason. It's tough love, really. They expect the best, so that's why I chose to be in the nursing program.
I see that we're in this.
Yes, this is our skills lab. This is one of our skills labs. And so students have lecture, so they have a didactic portion, meaning they have classroom experiences, they have classroom learning like 3 times a week. They also have skills labs weekly where they learn how to practice different skills. And then they also have clinical experiences. So they have clinical experiences with our simulators, and these are our patients, even though and that's what we call them. They are our patients. These are our simulated patients. So they get to work with these patients. These patients have different disease processes and different signs and symptoms of illnesses that the students have to be able to recognize and do interventions for.
It's very realistic. They're actual patients. We were told that we treat them as patients, so it actually allows you to assess the patient, evaluate the patient, go through the nursing process with an actual simulation patient.
And then, of course, they do go to clinical agencies. Of course, our largest clinical agency that we send our students is ECU Medical Center, but we also are at Beaufort Medical Center, or ECU Beaufort now, and we are at Carteret, and we have contracts with UNC Nash and UNC Lenoir and Carolina East. I want you to know that you have to work hard, and you definitely have to have good study skills. So because nursing, while it's hard, it is doable, but you have to put a lot of work into it, and you have to put a lot of sacrifice into it. Some of the students say it's the hardest thing that they've ever done, but it's the best thing that they've ever done. And so just know that you are going to have to work really, really hard, but it'll be worth it in the end.
Is there anything else you want to say, or anything I'm forgetting?
Choose Pitt.
Go Bulldogs.